Where's the other one at?
Just we are Mangas Colorado.
Well, we just got done recording our debut album, which we expect to be released in late January.
We set up in a little shed, 20 by 30 feet, maybe, behind our producer's house, and we stayed there for 4 days.
4 days.
And slept there, stayed there all day, and cut the album.
There really weren't any sleeping arrangements. It was just kind of, you had floor or you had ottoman, and you just kind of fell wherever. I occupied the chair in the ottoman.
I was on the floor with 7 jackets. I just collected all the jackets every night and just covered up with them, and then I became a southern popsicle as time went on. And I got chilled to the bone.
That's how Seamus slept last night. We recorded this in 4 days, and we had a percussion day.
Can you hear yourself in your headphones?
A stringed instruments day. The third day was piano and bass and whatever kind of changes we want to do, and kind of just have a flex day.
Frickin' just a bass soldier. Just out there just
Doing your job.
doing my dang job, drinking my coffee.
Putting a team on.
There, and on the fourth day was vocals.
This Carolina summer may come and go. The creeks and the rivers may ebb and flow, but like the wind and the trees will always blow my love for you.
Yes!
We just developed ideas as a band, basically, and we just connected as a band because music's about connection, so we had to do that. Yeah, I think we should put it on the TV so that we can see the chords in the back.
Alright, Mangas, after day 1, we are in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We didn't have a bathroom. We didn't have shower, we didn't have sink.
Morning.
This is our bathroom for the week. How'd that toothbrush go, Shane?
It went. It went. The leather jacket got me through it. It's an intense process. It's grueling. It takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of focus. But it's the type of focus you want to have. Yeah.
Alright, day 2.
Day 2, get ready.
It's 10 o'clock on day 2. We were up a little late last night, weren't we, Seamus?
Yes.
I headed out to Lancaster.
So much room in my cocoon.
That just left me weak. This
is good.
Got the kind of love I need.
Seamus, my tuner's on, bro.
Got eyes in the back of my head, son.
We all complained that you just lose track of time in the shack. Because there was one window and we couldn't open the doors because it was so cold, and we had one little heater running. But it was good because it kept us all focused, I guess.
Yeah, it's very, I don't know, at the same time it drains you physically and mentally because you're just in there, you're working so hard the whole time. But at the same time, it's a very rewarding experience because when you're listen back at like the rough mixes, like it's not even really done yet. You can just kind of hear the rough mix of everything, and you sit there as a band and like you're congratulating each other, like, hey man, good job on that. Seamus, you nailed that bass part. You know, like, there's a lot of like rewarding emotions that come out of it at the same time.
Yeah, camaraderie for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a good time to really just get your head inside the music and think about every aspect of it. Because it's one thing whenever you're going to play a show and you're like, okay, is this going to be able to rock for the entire show? But it's another thing whenever you say, all right, we're putting our music under a microscope and people are going to listen to it over and over and over again. Is it going to hold up to that? And so you really get your brain inside the music. And during the day, we work on the music, and during the night, we work on the music. Among other things, like play cards and have fun.
It wasn't the start of a friendship. What if I tell me to introduce you into our band and set you on fire? I'm so glad that's on camera.
What? Seamus have his shirt off.
I'd never do anything like that.
Oh, okay.
For me, it was a very reverent experience. I feel like if in first grade they had just put me in the booth and told me it was time to record, I really would have known what it was like to focus, because I've never been that focused in my life.
Day 3, bass, piano, auxiliary day. Seamus getting geared up. It's a big day for Seamus. How you feeling this morning, Seamus?
I'm feeling great.
Got a shower in you this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Got a bit of coffee.
Thomas hadn't gotten his shower yet, so he's still a little drowsy. Colby's washing all his stink off him, and Shane's gonna come in here and lay it down.
I'm gonna lay it down to Bass Town.
Take that to.
I'm gonna put that foundation on the music. Shake your hips and your booty. That's what I'm gonna do. Your hips and your.
But like, it's really a time where you get to show off what you're capable of. It shows your hard work. I know that Seamus came in and just nailed all of his bass parts. Just walked in, nailed it, got it done. And you know, it was like, that was our moment to be like, wow, Seamus is on top of things. He's really nailing it.
So you used to not be able to even play the bass. So. Dude, we gotta write this bass part, dude. We haven't written this bass part. Like, I need to know what to do during that.
Just do the ba-da-da-da-da-da.
You want to just go?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
All right.
what I do.
That's what I'll do. Pizza
That's
hand.
it. Good job. Because I think people are going to be overwhelmed at the amount of progress from EP to album.
That's something, even with the like River Road, since it's on the EP and it'll be on the album, just the changes that were made to that song are kind of representative of the entire album.
I worry, way back down to one. I worry my way back down. Dun, 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 dun.
That was a really fun one to do. It was a little bit we got a slow start with it at first, but we all kind of had this idea for the changes we wanted to make, and we do one thing in the recording, and then we just kind of keep throwing in these changes, and by the end of it, I think it turned out better than any of us expected.
I think people that heard our EP or a little sampler versus when they hear the album are going to be very, very, very surprised in the fact that, like, when we did our EP, we were still very young. We're still young as a band, but we were very, very, very young in the toddler stages of our band, and we just kind of went in the studio and just kind of played, and our producer really didn't have an ear for us yet, and it basically came out. The EP was great, but it was just kind of just raw Mangas in the very beginning.
It's me.
Yeah, we never really thought. If anything, the pressure just made us silly. Y'all won't believe me, but I put the bass out. That was violin.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I put the bass down. That was
Y'all
all.
won't believe me.
That was all bass.
You snuck in a violin in your butthole.
And, yeah, and then I squeezed it out my pito.
Yeah.
We never know if the paparazzi's going to be there.
It's not
You know,
easy.
I mean, we might walk out and the paparazzi could be right in our face, or not. But
Usually not.
It's our first foray into rehearsed lineage. What if you're just like, yeah, that is Mangas Colorado, but you said like excited. I won't give you a tone to try and imitate.
Okay.
What if you like, yeah! Just kind of like feeling.
I'll pretend like I just got done and I'll open this door.
Yeah.
No, that's Mangas Colorado. What sets us apart is we're all very different people, and rather than changing ourselves to all assume a role to work towards a certain sound, we all achieve a sound by not changing ourselves.
bounce his hair in the camera screen.
You look like Johnny Depp in like '97.
Who's Hank the Third?
Hank
Williams? Hank Williams the Third?
Experimental. He'll go outside the box. Like he just came out with a punk album.
Oh yeah, what?
Yeah.
Pop punk album?
Not
Daft Punk. Cause that's where
Where's
all the
all
money's
Daft
to be
Punk?
had.
Yeah,
Pop
where-
punk.
Pop punk's not dead.
And we, made changes, added a few things, took a few things out, but for the most part, we went in there with kind of the same idea for how we wanted everything to turn out. And I think that'll show.
I think a big part of it is we're real people. We're not out here on some image kick. And I think one thing we want to do is help people understand that I do have a hole in my shoe. I do want people to understand that real people can make very heartfelt and reverent music. I'm not going to use the bathroom, and I'm not going to eat for 4 days.
Furniture 6 is open.
And everyone's outside listening to every single thing you do, being recorded, and our booth had a tiny little window that you could watch through, and so that was always a little bit stressful, when you have 3 faces jammed up trying to watch you in the window, or the couch is up there recording you or something like that.
Which Kobe loved.
There you go.
Kobe loves being recorded. Kobe hams it up in the booth when there's a camera in the window.
Kobe eats it up.
Slowing down ain't so easy to do. Maybe I'll see it when I'm gone. Ooh, when I'm gone. Oh, sorry. I stepped on my headphone cord.
A ton of stuff happened kind of on the fly during the recording process.
That's the only part that I got on camera. I've just got to...
You got that on.
I love it. It does. I do get pretty nervous. It's different though. I get nervous before shows too, and recording is just different. Where it's different for me is that you're by yourself.
Stokers. Yeah, that's a big old tub of snuff.
Product placement.
I think what we should do. Nice.
There were some moments we asked ourselves, are we going to finish this big old tub of stuff? And right around day 2 it wavered, but I remember the look in everybody's eyes when they
Determination, sheer determination.
we're gonna finish this big old tub of snow.
But I just loved it.
I never took a horseshoe. I never took a half shoe. I never took a little lump of Stokers. I really feel like I missed out on something.
About to wrap this album, Seamus?
Oh man, Illuminati goes all through your body, blows like a 12-gauge shot.
Oh yeah, he's good, bro.
For me, it's just kind of like being under a microscope, and you really, the biggest thing I've learned is just, it's really, both mentally and with your part, you have to be prepared. To get ready, and that's another big difference between the EP and the album is just, I think it really, we were so much more prepared, and I think it shows, or it will show.
And I feel like we responded to the pressure well, I would say.
Yeah, we're ready. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Totally my fault. Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
It's going to be really nice for people to have an understanding of what Mangas is about, because we as a band kind of decided that this is going to be our statement. You know, this is going to be the dawning of who we are as Mangas Colorado, and I'm very happy with the album. I'm very satisfied with it, because they get a little bit of each part of Mangas. They don't just get one person or one person's influences. They get everything. And I want people to take away the fact from this album is that you're not alone. Everybody goes through things that you're going through. And if you just keep on and you press into things you love and you do what you want to do and you feel called to do, then you're going to get through it, because that's just the path that life's going to take you.
30 seconds left, like.
Cross it off, dude.
All right. It's the end of day 4.
Woo!
Stokers Premium Tobacco.
We couldn't give you an update this morning because this morning was a little crazy. We got a little discouraged. It was a really rough morning.
Woo!
But we all pulled it together.
And we're done.
And we came in here, we killed the afternoon session. If you come look at this board is freaking done.
Under me right
That is a wrap on the debut album from Mangas Colorado.
Woo!
Finish that X, Shame.
There it is.
There it is.
Boom!
Ultimately, we are just really excited about this album. We can't wait for it to come out. It'll be out about the end of January. We're psyched.
But from the bottom of our hearts, we all want to say thank you very much, because we wouldn't be, as far along as we are today, however far that might be, without the support. Every little bit helps, and like Seamus said, just go check us out, www.mangascolorado.com. There's links to everything on our music itinerary there. It's all there. So thanks again very much. Clap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do a solo clap.
Heck yeah, Mangas.
Clap. That's awesome.
At the end of the day,
We're going to be rock stars. Fact. Fact.
hey, Kobe, what you got there, man?
Big old can of snap. It's a big old
I got a Colt 45 fucking jacket.
Hey, Thomas, what you got?